Hello everyone and welcome back to the ESEA LAN Playoffs Tournament. We have the very best teams from all of North America gathered in Dallas to try to get their better part of the $14,000 prize pot. We've seen the first seed, take down the fourth seed, We Love Anime. We've seen the second seed mix up, take down the third seed, Lost in Translation. Now we are going to see the lower bracket matchup of Lost in Translation, the third seed, versus We Love Anime, the fourth seed. I am Bloodsire. Joining me is Admirable. What's up, man?
Hola. Yeah, man. I said earlier that I thought this was going to be the game of the tournament, just, saying something to have an opinion. But you told me that you think this is going to be a roll. You said these Lost in Translation guys are going to just crush these anime nerds, and I'm going to put my reputation on the line and say that We Love Anime are going to take this over a decisive 2 maps.
That is a bold prediction, and I didn't quite say it as eloquently as that. But no, I would say, I would say that throughout the season, the trend of it was that Lost in Translation was much better than everyone else, except it mix up. And so We Love Anime falls underneath them. But we do have the LAN factor to account for. Mangachu is a strong soldier, and on LAN soldiers are better because of the zero ping rockets. So that's something we always have to take into effect. So who knows? It's anybody's game. Things start over when you're on LAN. You don't know how you're going to perform. We Love Anime are generally all new to the LAN format. They've never been to an ESEA LAN, so maybe they'll step it up a notch, and we'll see a good match, and your prediction will be true, and I'll be an idiot. Who knows?
Well, the stats never lie, man, and We Love Anime took 2 rounds, whereas Lost in Translation only took 1. You do the math.
That is true, and some would argue that that it is the better team. So for We Love Anime to have done that, it's definitely they did get 1 more round than got versus Mix Up. But it looks like we do have 12 in the server. So if you want to go ahead and run down one of the rosters, I'll let you pick.
Ooh, I think I will jump on to Lost in Translation. You're gonna have Alpha playing as Pascal here, running that medic. He's had 1 drop this season, or this LAN I should say. He's going to be pocketed by Smacka, who seems to be doing most of the heavy lifting in terms of damage. Mela is going to be the elusive roamer decimate, and Sesko doing the scout work, and then Bodonsky on the demo man. Just such a beautiful name to say, Bodonsky, Bodonsky, love it.
It is a great name. It always reminds me of Bodonsky. But anyway, over on the blue team, on the We Love Anime side, we're going to have Fracture on Demo Man. The scouts for that team are Stradivarius and Jav. Their medic, of course, is Wireless Fox, and the soldiers are Mangachu on Roamer and SS over on Pocket. Like you said, they got an extra round versus Mix-Up. I don't know if we can judge teams by the rounds they get versus teams that they haven't played yet. It's kind of weird, but maybe We Love Anime has something to pull out of their hat, get the ball going on Lost in Translation. Both of these teams, of course, fighting to stay in the tournament. This is the lower bracket, so the loser of this best of 3 will go home with the winner advancing.
Yeah, I think what the stats really tell us is that we don't know what to expect. Both these teams got smashed hard in their first round games, and both will be looking to claw their way up here from the lower bracket into contention. Surely they haven't given up already. They just didn't come here to collect their 3rd and 4th place prize monies, did they? They gotta believe, man. You gotta believe.
Gotta believe, and I don't believe that Mangachu brought his dad all the way to Dallas just to watch him get 4th. So there'll be some fighting spirit for him there as we get ready to match off here. And I am awaiting that green text of awesomeness, or even the white text of mildly awesomeness that we have not seen yet. But we do have 12 in the server, so I expect these teams to ready up anytime.
One thing I will say is that Lost in Translation seem more than happy to play the defensive role, especially on last. They didn't like to push on those small one-man advantages, much preferring to sit back and see if their opponents would push in and give them a big multiplayer advantage, and they might actually get that against We Love Anime, the less drilled team, the underdog here. That's the sort of strategy that might pay dividends, but time will tell. For now, we just have to wait, on the edge of our seats here to see who's going to come out on top, who will be sent down to 4th place, forgotten by the history books.
Now, I've got an update here, and to piggyback off the disdain that CS has for this community, there was a problem with something with the CS:GO servers, so we have to wait now. We have to wait for the CS:GO match to finish before we can go live for some reason, some sort of technical issue. So everything is hinging on Counter-Strike Go right now. Counter-Strike proving ever the villains for Team Fortress over here. So we are at the mercy of them, which is great. It's fun. I like that.
I want to know if our heroic streamer Truck has CS:GO. Maybe we could jump into that game and cast it with hilarious consequences.
But here's the point where they should probably pop Uber, but no, he throws a flashbang. That's an interesting strategy.
I've got a lot of love for CS:GO after that DreamHack event. That was a real turning point for me. Probably would watch it if I wasn't spoilt for choice with all this TF2 action, but I guess we'll just have to wait, be polite, kill these CS:GO players with kindness, man, until they learn to love us.
I think everybody in the Team Fortress community at the tournament should just get up and stand behind everyone in the Counter-Strike match and just sort of rubberneck over them and be like, so what you doing? And try to get the ball moving on that.
Just put their hand down on the desk and start strumming their fingers, looking at their watch, just like, game to play here, guys.
Start calling out like, oh, don't go left, don't go B, what are you doing? Just really loudly so the other team obviously knows.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Seaver had the right idea to just go ahead and mute himself right away so he didn't have to suffer through this delay. He's a clever guy.
Yeah, Seabear did join. He's quite elusive. He's a bit of a wily fox. But he is here, people. This is what you've all been waiting for, why you've endured us for the last, 3-4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, he said...
The big bear has been uncaged, unleashed.
Yeah, he said he had to go to lunch, but I'm just pretty much convinced that he just forgot how to reinstall TF2, and after that didn't know how to really spectate, so he was reading tutorials and trying to figure out how to work the game again, because I don't think it's been a while since, or it has been a while since he's loaded up the game there. And Ruin too. Ruin is an MIA right now. I don't know what the deal with him is, but we have been holding it down. We've been suffering through the pause, suffering through what you called the yeoman matches, if you will, putting in the yeoman's work. And now we are experiencing the CS delay. So I give us a lot of love at least.
What it really is, I think it's pretty glaringly obvious that just Seabear and what do you call that guy? Ruin? Not familiar with him. Yeah, these guys are just like casting snobs. They think these games are beneath them. They're like, yeah, we're not casting the first round. We're not casting the lower bracket. They're all about the the winner bracket final, the grand final. It's just we're at the bottom of the pecking order, man. Enigma, he's in their pockets. It's all politics, man. We should have like a drama about this.
They're like the headlining band that has a warm-up go on, and then just because they feel so much better, they just wait like an hour before actually taking the stage, and people start riding, and they wonder what's wrong with these obnoxious jerks. It's exactly what they're like. And lucky for them, they don't have to sit through this right now. So Counter-Strike does go to 15, right? Hopefully it doesn't go to overtime. I'm trying to get word on just exactly how far into that Counter-Strike game we are. I don't understand, though. It doesn't make sense to me that if they're at 12 in this server, and we have the stream going, and the server's obviously up and running, like, why can't we just ready up and play and cast the match? I don't know. I mean, if Lang was here, I would ask him about the technical aspect of it, but does anyone know? Anyone have any idea in chat anywhere?
Is it something to do with the ESEA server backend, like the actual, are they going to reset it after that game or something, or, I mean, is it to do with stream viewers? They want to have the content not running at the same time? No, it's like a mutually exclusive audience. I don't know, man.
It's just TF2 being the redheaded stepchild of the esports community. That's what it is.
It is not to reason why. It's man, follow the chain of command. We don't ask questions, we just follow out the orders. Yes sir, ESEA. Teabags full, ESEA. Whatever you say, ESEA.
Now, I think possibly it might have ended. I don't have confirmation on that. But I am down on my knees praying to the old gods and the new that it actually has ended.
I'm ready, man. I'm expecting big vaccinator plays from Wireless Fox again. I think he's gonna roll out with it from the beginning. He needs that flame resistance. I think that's very important on middle. He's probably gonna build up a couple of those mini charges, then select flame resistance, move into middle. And I imagine that would be a very effective strategy. Just, you know, medic theory crafting here. We did see him bust it out, of course, in Snake Water previously. I'm not just plucking this out of the air and talking total shit. But yeah, what do you think about that, Bloodsire?
Well, I think that's great, but my little my pleading to the gods has worked out as the Counter-Strike match has ended. So according to Killing, they're just going to be checking the server, whatever that entails, whatever that means, and then we will be going live. So lucky for us, we don't have to wait on any of the players. There are all 12 of them here. Let's just hope none of them got up to go for a bathroom break. Let's hope they're all seated at their computer, anxiously waiting to click on their mice and shoot some virtual bullets at virtual players. I guess we haven't done predictions yet. We ran through the rosters. We talked a little bit about the teams. Let's go for predictions, though. We kind of got a little bit into what we each think of the team. But let's go for a hardcore
planted my
number.
flag firmly.
Yeah, what's
We
the
love
number?
anime.
What number are you going
It's
for?
gonna be close, you know. I'm not a total idiot. It's gonna be like 5-3. We love anime. We're gonna see Kritzkrieg. We're gonna see all sorts, man. It's gonna be brutal.
Now, I am going to say 5-1 in favor of Lost in Translation. I believe that Lost in Translation thinks much higher of themselves and their performance showed versus Mix-Up. And I also believe that on LAN, you're going to have players like Mela and Samaka perform a little bit better with that 0-0 ping rocket. They get a little bit of a boost there. I also expect Decimate and Sezco to have their way on the Scout class. So I'm going with the 5-1, you're going for the 5-3. We're just going to have to wait and see which one of us is correct. Usually I'm wrong, so I'm going to prepare myself for that in my corner so I can go and cry in it when I am wrong. But yeah, we are
You've
now
effectively
waiting.
sealed their fate, man. You've just cursed them. The curse of Bloodsire in effect. We love anime. Progress. Goodbye, Lost in Translation.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Out of sympathy for the team that I wanted to win, I probably should have not predicted them to win, because I am often wrong. Unlike Sigma, who was our crystal ball reader, who is no longer
The mad scientist of
the mad
TF2.
scientist himself. I don't know where he's been. He's probably in some chemistry lab crafting together crazy magical things, but we could use him right now.
I see Smaka warming up on Spy as well, you know. I think that's a telling sign for the next middle two. Could be the counter to the vaccinator, as mentioned. The game is just unfolding right before us, man. There's so much information to be gleaned here. Also, Alpha on Sniper could go for the non-medic middle. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. You know, I've heard about this strat. I think it's called Proland or something, where the teams are actually they're going to run a bunch of off classes, and Smaka, of course, is a great spy. Could definitely break out one of those watches and just start going crazy with the Ambassador headshots. Definitely a viable strategy at the top level of playing competitive 6v6. It's something to look out for. As Mangachu, we should note, he's got that Market Gardener, and he's actually insane with it. I remember during the Zowie tournament, he got something like 4 kills in a row with it. Just kept bombing over and over again the opposing team's medic and getting him with that Market Gardener. I just actually got that weapon. I've never really used it, and so I think I'm pretty bad with it. Mangachu, that's not the case. He's really good with it. So we'll have to watch out for that. Didn't really have a chance to use it in his match earlier versus Team It, but given the opportunity, I'm sure he's going to try to break it out.
You know, man, I'm not sure if we're still trolling or serious or not. Is he actually going to run the Market Gardener? Is that viable?
Yeah, no, I was only trolling during the spy portion, but then once I saw him get that Market Gardener kill in the pregame, that kind of got the wheels turning in my head, and I realized, oh yeah, he actually is pretty. He does run it. Yeah, after the equalizer was sufficiently nerfed down to being a regularly powered stick from being previously an overpowered stick, it became much more useful, or much more beneficial to start investing time in other melee weapons, and the Market Gardener is certainly one that can help your playstyle if you have the right playstyle for it. Mangachu certainly does.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, that we're here on the ESEA Orange stream representing TF2. Maybe we should stop with our TF2 in-jokes and give some actual insight. But we are, of course, filling time for those damn CSGO expletives.
True. Right, and which I believe
super
has,
professional.
yeah, the word on that is that it has ended and that they're checking the server. I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm sort of looking at it myself in Spectator. It looks fine to me. I don't know what if they're checking like the actual server, and, like tinkering on it with a little hammer, saying hello.
Yeah,
Is everything
there
okay?
with like a flashlight, like the server's here yet.
Everything seems to be in order. Definitely a case for Lang. I wish Lang was on the scene, ready to help out. Maybe he can get things going just a little bit. You did talk serious strategy. What could be said? We did see one of these teams play against Mix-Up just a little while ago. That was Lost in Translation. And we had commented about how Lost in Translation actually fared pretty well against it on this map earlier in the season. Not so well against Mix-Up, though it was better than they fared on Badlands. But anything that you saw in that match that maybe we can expect them to sort of convey into this one?
Who picked? That's what I want to know. Who chose this? Is this the Lost in Translation pick? Or is it the We Love Anime pick? That is what I would like to know. What is the rationale behind them picking this? Maybe they do feel confident on it, even though they just got punished hard.
Yeah, so what we're seeing right now is we're gonna have an STV change. I believe the thing they used, they took that flashlight out and they looked in the server and decided things were not good. So I think they're switching things up. So we'll get that info to our
They took the old
casters.
server right back, man, and put a bullet between
Yeah.
the eyes. Old
Yeah.
Yeller. Rest in peace, server buddy.
Alright, so while we wait for the information, that's the update that I have, is that Killing said he's got here reassigning, same server, but the STV might change. So that's what we're waiting on now. And hopefully we get our casters that information. Wink, wink.
Yeah, now I get to cast my desktop instead. I'm out of TF2. There is an IP up here. Is it the same one I had before? Let me do some super sleuthing. I have compared the numbers, and they are
Crunching the numbers over there.
different. They're different. We've got a new IP.
I've gotten the IP
It's
as
on the
well.
match page.
Cool. So, alright, so just ironing out some kinks. It wouldn't be a normal TF2 cast if there weren't some kinks to iron out. And honestly, I expect, and I look forward to it. Really, I look forward to just, I don't know, just talking about whatever I want to talk about at any given moment. And certainly these opportunities give me the chance to do just that.
Remember, man, you should be proud. We looked LAN delays dead in the face, eye to eye, and we came out the other side, man. We're ready. We're ready for TF2.
Hopefully we come out the other side. It's not over yet, so I'm still crossing my fingers that we come out at all. As I'm actually trying to connect to the server, and that IP is not working for me. Is it working for you?
I hear doubt creeping into your voice there. Steel yourself! This is war. We can do this. I'm loaded. I'm in Gully Wars. 2 bars to go. Come on, baby. Come on! Don't fail me now. Yes! We're in. We're in. We've got a game. Let's cast it to the best of our abilities.
So you got into that, huh?
Oh yeah. I got my own IP. Maybe the one you have is defective. I'll send it to you on Steam. I never added you on Steam because Steam wouldn't let me. This is all compounding
no, it's okay.
now.
I've reacquired the numbers, and now I'm connecting, and things are looking good here.
I don't see you as a Steam friend. We're more of just colleagues at work. Sorry, buddy. Don't take it personally.
It's not personal.
Stunned into silence.
All right, so back.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm here. The players are all here. We have 12 in the server. Not that really matters, because we are at the mercy of the elusive server tinkering of whoever it is on site at the ESEA LAN in Dallas, who is got the toolbox out tinkering away with that server there. But 12 are in the server. I'm ready to go. Admirable, I know you're ready to go. What more can we say about these two teams?
Forget the teams, man. I like to visualize this server administrator, like sitting there with a stethoscope, almost like a safe cracker, combined with a doctor on the side of the server, just listening to see if it's okay. If it's humming fine, we'll say he'll give the thumbs up, and Killing will let the teams begin to play. But until then, we have to sit here and endure.
He's got a pet name for it, like Old Betsy. But the good news is, whatever he called the machine, it's working, and I believe we are going to go live soon. I'm getting confirmation from Killing that we are going live. So we're just gonna have to wait for that. But like I said, brighter skies are on the horizon. We will have some TF2 action for you coming very, very shortly.
I've said all I need to say about these teams, man. You know, through my superior European insight, I know that We Love Anime are going to take this game, just this map, 5-3. Deal with it.
It's all contingent on the amount of cheeky plays that they're able to pull out versus Lost in Translation. We'll have to keep our eyes out for those cheeky plays, and I expect
You're right, Governor.
Yeah, I expect it to come in from. All right, Governor. I expect the cheeky plays to come in from Mangachu. Maybe
He's
a few
the
others,
cheekiest.
but Mangachu's
He is
the
a cheeky
cheekiest.
monkey.
Yeah, he's got those cheeks, and
Oh, this has been a pretty short delay, you know, with the scale of TF2 delays. I laugh in the face of this delay, just as the team's already up. We have survived. We're through. It's TF2 time, baby.
yes. And my favorite 5 letters in a row have been printed there. We are getting ready to go live in the first lower bracket matchup between the 3rd and the 4th seed. We have We Love Anime versus the 3rd seed Lost in Translation. There's the green text of awesomeness. And we're on our way to middle. I'm going to take a look at Badonsky, who's going the high route. He goes up or puts himself at 58 HP, gets to middle at 9:45 on the clock, gets early spam on that big door lower. Nice spam on the combo already. A lot of spam. He is totally pushing the medic way out. That's Wireless Fox all the way down to 50 HP, and this is a strong middle. A nice pipe from Badonsky on that bombing soldier. This is a strong middle from Lost in Translation right now, who are on the point. They're 2 down now for Team We Love Anime. Stradivarius is going to take down 2. He gets Mela and Badonsky. The blue team now swarming on top of the point, about to cap it, but the red team, We Love Anime, not wanting to give it up. Actually, Lost in Translation losing a whole lot of bodies. Just smack it down to 57 HP. He's a scout on him. That's Jab with the pistol. He's going to clean him up. And things went south very quickly for Lost in Translation, who I was sure was going to get to the middle.
Ridiculous. Like, Wireless Fox just totally gave up the ghost in that middle as soon as he took that damage. Just went back to lobby and let his team go in and you know, try and skill it even without the heals there, and they managed to take control of middle. They haven't even managed to cap it yet, though, I must say. And Wireless Fox hasn't been healing for a long period here and does not have charge. He has managed to get out at the expense of Mangachu. Stradivarius as well will go down, so now they have uber advantage, but a 2-man disadvantage, and a horrible spawn time there for Stradivarius. He's not going to be up for another 10 seconds. And slowly but surely the uber advantage will close, and this is like a tough point to push, especially if the spam and the positioning is good here from Lost in Translation. Wireless Fox is now bringing his team through the big door area. SS has walked in, he sees the position, the spam has come in now. Wireless Fox comes in, pops off, and there's nobody here as the ninja vanish. Everybody has disappeared. There is literally no one to kill them. Within the next 10 seconds there will be an uber charge coming in from Alpha and Pascal here, Bloodsire.
Yeah, that's the classic leapfrog. I always say, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing me say it, but if you're going to lose middle, you got to make the other team spend their Uber to buy it. And that's exactly what Lost in Translation have done. But the red team getting aggressive are pushing in, and they're already 3 down for Lost in Translation. There goes the 4th Fracture with a double kill. Jab's going to come in and take down Badonsky. Only Mela left alive, and he is hanging around in his choke. He's going to do some cool little cheeky rocket jumps to try to escape the damage there, but in the meantime there is a ×3 on the point, and we have the red team, We Love Anime, already capping second and on their way to last. Somebody's got to get the scout.
Oh, heavy weapons guy on the point. He's super weak though. Let's go down to 34 HP, but it looks like We Love Anime are gonna back out here, wait for charge before they push in here with a massive advantage. Alpha died again and has just respawn. Here comes the charge. No heal here for any of these Lost in Translation players. And my boys, We Love Anime, doing work. Eat it, Bloodsire.
Like you said, I doomed Lost in Translation before it ever started. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the We Love Anime demo this time. I'm taking a look at Fracture. He also goes the high route, puts himself at 77 HP, grabs the pack at 945. Let's see if he can do as good of a job as Badonsky did on middle last round of locking out the combo. Senses something is dropped out, and he was Mela, so no wall hacks for him. He's just going to predict him with his brain. and take down Mela. Decimate's going to take down Mangachu in the process. Keeping my eye on Fracture. He's getting ready to push up here. Sees the medic trying to escape. Gets a nice sticky on him. Now he's facing a Scout. Scout's on him. He's got 23 HP. Can he land this pipe? He needs to land this pipe. Scout Stradivarius is going to come in and save his buddy's life. Now he's going to get some health fractures from his medic. Alpha did stay alive, so the blue team are going to have their Uber to try to weather the storm that red team are going to swarm on top of them. But a nice job from your boys. We love anime cap in that middle.
Yeah, see, when they actually bring their medic to middle, it's not even a contest, man. They just dominate it right there. They've taken 3, now they take 4, ready to push on for that 5th CP, but there will have to be a little bit of an Uber exchange first. Looks like Lost in Translation are trying to initiate here. They've actually forced the Uber, and that rocket straight into the feet of SS has bought them valuable seconds of milkage right now. And look at this, Mila is just guiding Wireless Fox out to middle. 2 scouts come in just in the nick of time to deny the rumor from his medic pick. Both medics survive, and it looks like Lost in Translation have been drawn back. They haven't managed to push out on Cap 2 either. What the hell is going on, Bloodsire?
A lot of chaotic skirmishes happening between these two teams. Both teams in a push and pull. We kind of got a taste of that in the very early start of the match in that middle when it wasn't capped for a little bit and both teams sort of had possession of it. And we're seeing that neither team want to give up a point, and both teams being very aggressive. Right now, the second point belongs back to Lost in Translation here, as they are sitting with about a 13% advantage, a negligible advantage on that Uber charge. Should note that Mangachu's running the black box, by the way, the festive black box, which of course is an unlock that gives him health back for just shooting rockets. But it's legal, so we're going to allow him to use that. Ubers are about to even off here as the red team is trying to push in. Big door frags going in lower lobby over in basement. Mangachu goes down along with SS, so now We Love Anime. They need to back it off to their side of the point. Let's see if they can do what I want them to do and make Lost in Translation spend their Uber to buy this middle. Doesn't look like they're in the position to do that.
Yeah, they had both soldiers down. That's a lot of spam power missing, so they weren't able to force the Uber just on Henry, but they have decided to trade here on Choke but not block the point, and that's it's a bit of a non-mover. It's like 1 step forward, 1 step back, but in losing 4 players, that is a big no-no. They have effectively hung themselves there. That was not what they had intended. I'm not sure if they had an actual plan there, or they're just like, they're really close on Choke, it's time to pop Uber, but it didn't work out. And now we see a 1-1 game here. My prediction still on. Yours is hanging by a thread though, buddy.
Mine hanging by a thread. Yours still ready, but we are evened out now at 1-1. Lost in Translation doing a really good job of just mowing down We Love Anime there over in the choke by We Love Anime second. But here we go. He's the third middle of the match. We have a quick bomb coming in from the blue soldier. That was Mela. I'm going to put my eye onto him. He is trolling underneath the bridge. Gets taken down by Mangachu. Let's click it over to Mangachu, see what he can do. He is with that festive black box trying to shoot whatever he can. He's in the presence of a lot of enemies. He's actually just going to meet the ground, and the ground's going to win that battle. So we have Lost in Translation losing 4, only Mangachu dead for the red team now, and they are pushing up We Love Anime. They are trying to get this demo man, but Dasi goes down to a nice fracture pipe. While we have 1 scout capping middle, the entire We Love Anime team are pushed up into the lobby, and I like this play. This is the play that you see the high-level teams in TF2 do. They'll push up on Gully Wash all the way to make sure there's no chance for the enemy team to push out, and so that second is a quick cap. And as long as they leave a scout back, which they did, they got that. Now we have both Ubers popped on last, but we did see SS go down, so a little bit of a drop for Wireless, and Wireless Fox in danger. He goes down, and the blue guys are on the hunt.
Wow, that was ballsy. It's like you feel like you've been standing there for a long time with your Uber, it's time to push, but really half your team are still capping the point behind you. You go in what was effectively like a 3-on-6 situation, and you wonder, oh, why did this fail? But if they just waited and not gone with the adrenaline there, not just pushed in, it might have ended differently. But they deserved to lose that engagement. They got separated though. That might have been a little bit unlucky, but then immediately you saw Lost in Translation pushing in when they realised they had advantage, getting a lot of frags, making a lot of carnage in that lobby area. Right now though, Mangachu poised up above, no one's checking, he's ready to go for that medic pick. Pops 1, 2, Alpha surfed up top here and aids the third. Mangachu gets the medic pick, but 2 players down here, about to be 3. Will they be able to hold on to this point, Bloodsire?
Yeah, Mela gets taken down by Mangachu at the tail end of that medic pick, jumped over to the other roamer and took him out. In the meanwhile, we have Wireless Fox in River right now with 82% Uber, trying to push things ahead with his soldier. Well, I mean, we'll get back to last. Is what I was trying to get at. As we do see Lost in Translation have capped the second point, and are trying to prepare to weather this Uber from WELOVEANIME that's about to come in. It is popped early out of shutter. There's nobody in the world for them to shoot at, so this is an Uber just to cap the point, and I don't like that situation. I don't think you should ever really have to pop your Uber just to cap a point that no one's contesting.
Yeah, he hasn't lost that much. He's 30% behind now in the Uber battle. You have as well spotted that there's a heavy weapons guy on choke. Mela, the roamer, off-class into heavy to try and shore up the defenses. There's Fracture walking into his hail of bullets. He's gone down. Sesko as well finds Jav, and that's a two-man advantage. Even though there's a heavy on the field, that can be a little tricky to work with. An attempted bomb there from Mangachu does not get Alpha this time. Mila had nothing to do with it, wasn't even spun up there to protect his medic, but Mangachu cleaned up by Smaka.
Now, if used correctly, the offensive heavy is just devastating, because after the Uber goes in, the heavy delays, once the Ubers are over, he sort of comes in and just cleans up on whatever's there. And I have my eye on Mela right now, who's doing the submarine play. He's walking under the point, finds his medic, he's spinning up, sees a soldier, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage to him. Mela actually gets the tail end of that, and now there's a soldier. He might be caught in a bad position here, Mela, because there's so many people just caught out in the lower old waterway route. And down goes Lost in Translation. A bad push from them didn't work out. They get wiped. Only SS went down. That's going to cause WELOVEANIME to push right back to their second point, recap it, and be on the move with about 50% Uber advantage to take middle.
Yeah, that almost could have been a good play for a second there. There was like 6 players on the red team all facing the wrong way. If anyone had come in from main, could have done a lot of damage, but alas, they were already dead. Now Wireless Fox ready. 80% on the charge. Mangachu about to spawn in 5. They're just setting up the pieces here before they execute. Now they're just going to walk in. Actually, they see the position of Lost in Translation, very defensive, hoping that they can get a free Uber, and they actually back out here. They weren't confident about that. I guess they felt outnumbered for a few seconds, and now they're going to come in and Uber, and they might be able to get a few frags here. Both soldiers are going to propel themselves away, but Smaka will go down thanks to the mini crits from that escape plan, but only one frag there. Decimate died earlier and has just respawned, and he got to the forward spawn.
Mela in behind the rock over on the blue medic, not able to go. Decimate's going to clean him up, but a very scary moment for Alpha there as he was staring down the festive black box of Mangachu. A good job from Badonsky there, forcing the Uber off of WELOVEANIME. Red team WELOVEANIME, the Decimate killed Fracture and they were unable to take middle, and then Badonsky came in and put a lot of sticky spam into them. They were forced to pop, sort of waste their Uber. But now we see the blue team, Lost in Translation, have the Uber and they are bullying out WELOVEANIME. We have ×2 on the point, ×4. There's a soldier, a demo man. They're getting set at choke. Ubers are going to level off. Wireless Fox is at 100%, so we are going to have an Uber standoff, and so I'm curious if either team feels like they have the momentum to go. You would think it would be Lost in Translation, or if we're going to reset here and have one of those classic gully wash stalemates.
I think Lost in Translation will be feeling a little bit cocky that they were able to just walk in there without even popping the charge. Like, there was no pressure whatsoever from WELOVEANIME, just happy to give up the point and keep players alive. They have bodies and now they have Uber charge, but yeah, it looks like it could be a little bit of a stalemate. We see Badonsky spotting out the sticky traps. It's going to be a pop here from Alpha who comes in, but there's only one flash, or maybe a couple of flashes. Might lose a few seconds of Uber. Ubers have made it from both sides, but it's Smaka who goes down first, unable to kill that invulnerable red guy.
Yeah, and WELOVEANIME are taking over the point. As we have a pause, ladies and gentlemen. There is a pause. So hopefully it is, well, you can't really say hopefully, because it's either a total server-wide crash, which would just be devastating, or it's a machine malfunction, and you don't want that either, because you don't want one of your players just being out of the fight for a good 30 seconds or whatever. So it's the curse of the lower bracket so far. We have a huge delay, and now we have a pause.
Well, I'm giving umbrage here with the fact that there's no red text in the corner of my screen saying that the server has timed out or crashed. Hopefully it's just a player issue and we'll be getting them back into the game in due course. But looking at this sort of, I don't know, diorama of destruction, you can see Badonsky just doing the airbag there. Oh, little unpause. I thought he was about to get rushed by 2 scouts. I was going to call it, but no, he survives. It's out. And it's actually Stradivarius who goes down. Jeez, I almost made a fool of myself there. Thank you, server.
And we do see Lost in Translation and pushing back into middle. Badonsky's going to take down Jav. That little disruption was caused by Mangachu, who has OBS running on his machine. And it messed up for a little bit, so they had to pause. Thank you, Mangachu. Anyway, we are back. We are back in the action. Lost in Translation are back on We Love Anime second point. They're trying to take it right from underneath them. We Love Anime have been forced to try to hold their lobby, and there's a roamer battle going on. Mangachu's gonna jump into the top lobby, dunk on Badonsky, and then try to back out there, but Smack is not having any of that. Puts a shotty into him. In the meantime, SS is gonna take down Mela, so both teams without a roamer. But we have 4 strong for the blue team. We're trying to get on that point. A good job from Fracture and SS holding it down. But here come Decimate and Sezco. They put in a scatter shot to Jab and SS, and they take it. There, Mangachu was, I believe, out of the server at that point.
That is unfortunate.
Not. Maybe not. Who knows how pauses work in this day and age.
They definitely had a significant man advantage, either from server disconnections or frags, but I think they deserved that one. As it stands though, they're back onto another middle, and again Mangachu trying to get aggressive underneath. Mela finds himself on 3 HP, the opposite number roamer. Oh, Mangachu just walks around the corner and cleans up, gets Mela and Alpha, Medic and roamer down. He's the only man left alive though, the rest of his team weren't so fortunate, and he's poised underneath. He's gonna block, and he can keep giving himself health here from this black box, but I think he showed his hand too early, and the rest of the team may have pushed forward Badonsky, and that Smaka came back to help clean up. He might have been able to take Sezgo, but we'll never know. We'll never know.
Yeah, one of the balancing factors and pitfalls of that weapon, he looked hesitant to jump, because he knew once he jumped he would have only had 2 rockets to fire. So he was trying to get some early spam and then reload and then jump, because of course the balancing factor of the black box is you're down 1 rocket, you only have 3. That might have hurt him right there. He was unable to jump. But now we do see Lost in Translation are at even with Uber, with We Love Anime, but they have taken over the second for what seems a innumerable amount of times as I gobble that word down. But they are getting ready to push here. Looks like might come in out of river. They are climbing the stairs, putting out their buffs. We'll see how they try to unlock this defense held by We Love Anime.
Yeah, this is the calm before the storm right now. Everybody trying to get buffed up. And they might have just heard that sentry beep. They haven't even scouted it out yet. If they even look in here, they will realise they're up against a sentry and a sniper. They know about the sniper now as Smaka gets domed, and that will put the brakes on this push. They might send in a few players, maybe prospective force, but you know, up against the sentry, your bombs are very unlikely to be effective. So I say they're just gonna wait and see what Smaka respawns as. Yep, it's a heavy weapons guy, big spinning fat man. He's coming.
We also have Jab over there on the engineer man, the construction worker. He is hammering away or wrenching away on his sentry and dispenser. So they are gonna dig in here. They are going for the strongman defense. He's gonna see how much damage his sentry could do, and then after the Uber's out, he'll probably just get right back at the spawn and switch back, come out as scout. That's a strong play. Makes the opposing offensive team have to deal with the sentry before they can really deal with anything else. And if they ignore it, then the scouts for the opposing team are going to have some hard trouble. Now, I'm not sure how much of the point or the lower area that sentry can actually shoot. So, maybe not the best positioning, but he can certainly keep it alive for a while. Look at me going all Leo 2 Geo on you, just talking about a sentry for 2 minutes. I'll let you take it away.
Uber straight it here. Up top, it's 3 players brought in though by Lost in Translation, and with that counter Uber just fully given to SS, they realise we probably should not continue here, but oh, Wireless Fox wants to push with SS, actually finds himself the wrong side of his pocket, gets dropped by a couple of rockets there from Mela, who was just totally unperturbed by the fact that the Uber was there, went straight in, got that medic pick. Now there's time on the point, no heals here for We Love Anime, but they find themselves somehow still in it with a significant man and health advantage. Smack has picked up the kit and backs off with 300, but Decimate goes in deep on very low health and manages to get a frag onto Mangachu, but sucks out 2 Stradivarius there.
And I'm actually just going crazy over the pants that Smack is wearing. He's literally wearing the man pants as he gets taken down by SS. He had his last hurrah there, spun up, trying to catch as many people as he could at the shutter, but We Love Anime too strong have overloaded on their point, and they are recapping it. Uber is heavily in favor of their team. Alpha now at about 50% disadvantage, so if they play this right, like I've been saying, they need to make sure that when this Uber comes in from We Love Anime, that they make them pop it, and they get out and try to leapfrog.
Take out the position of Mela here, hiding in the elbow, just poised to make something happen on Chug, but the combo are coming in from Big Door, so he might be able to trade with Mangachu here. He sees him walk by, and also the scout. He's going to play long con here. Mela finally jumps in. The Uber is just about baited. His first rocket does no damage, hits an Uber player, and he does get shut down. What did Mangachu do?
Mangachu jumped in, He killed 2 scouts with 1 rocket, and then he bombed back onto the Spire, and he just took out Pascal, which is Alpha the medic. So a nice job from Mangachu. He switched back to the regular rocket launcher, and he is enjoying the benefit of an extra rocket going to town on the opposing team here.
Yeah, definitely a map with a lot of verticality in it. I would prefer that extra rocket myself. As it stands now, Wireless Fox with 80% charge, that's a 60 to 70% advantage. And they're playing it very cautiously here. They know that Lost in Translation know that they have an advantage. And that's sort of the situation where you can do that aggressive push, but they've waited for Uber. Now they come in. They've already popped those super early. They got juggled by a rocket. Now a Pyro. This Uber is going to be all for naught. Maybe they can pick up some frags on the flank, but right now it's looking grim as SS goes down through a flame blast there from Decimate, the juggling Pyro.
Stradivarius is going to clean up Sesko, who's on heavy, and that Pyro play from Decimate turned out to be pretty big. Just totally stalled the We Love Anime push. Now we have Jab, the last member left alive. He is on last, taking out that pistol, trying to do everything he can. Gets cleaned up by Smacka, so it's a full wipe now for We Love Anime. 3 up for Lost in Translation. Here comes a 4th spawning. 3 seconds until their medic's up, and they are going to have time on the second point, and a little bit of an Uber advantage. Well, we're going to even out exactly as both medics did spawn at the same time, but the cap is certainly going to go in favor of Lost in Translation. And we have Smack actually taking a lot of scout damage. He's got to back up and find his medic. Both teams right now chilling around that big door, just putting a lot of spam into each other, you know, jabbing back and forth.
Yeah, we're 16 rounds deep into the tournament here, and I have yet to see a crits Krieg. God damn it, North America, entertain me.
We're gonna have to get the wire up on to these players and let them know that Admirable wants to see the crits Krieg and that they have to do it. I'm sure we'll see it in the 8 mix-up matchups later on. But yeah, it would be nice to see some of these teams break it out, and because I'd be surprised if I saw it. I'm sure the other teams would be surprised too, because nobody's run it. In the meantime, Ubers are about to level off. We do have We Love Anime in control of the middle point and Lost in Translation, wanting to come in from that choke area. We see a soldier spamming it, but SS is going to put a lot of rocket damage into him. It was a bait, classic bait, but Donsky had a sticky trap waiting, and SS fell right into the trap. Donsky went fishing and got himself one. Now Fratch is trying to put a whole lot of sticky damage in, and actually Alpha drops Smacka, and I want to be at LAN to find out how mad Smacka is from that. But yeah, both teams are Ubered in the choke right now. Alpha's got nobody, and the red team has a much better Uber, so this is going to go the way of We Love Anime. They can finish these frags.
Yeah, luckily the We Love Anime scouts were playing a very short flank. They were right there with the medic ready to push. They come in and cleaned up, but it's actually the Lost in Translation scouts who have managed to survive longest to assist with the janitorial duties here. Mail is trying to help out as well, but it should be... Oh, SS finds a frag there on Decimate, and he's buying time, having picked up Sesko as well. Got both scouts down, and Mela then goes down himself, just really stepping up to the plate there where his teammates had failed. Cleaning house. Yeah,
SS with 1 HP in the air had the fadeaway shotgun, putting as many shotgun shells as he could into that other player before he landed and cratered, and he actually got the kill right before he cratered. That was pretty impressive. An interesting and fun to watch play. We do see right now We Love Anime have pushed up into the lobby, led by Fracture, who's putting all sorts of stickies down lower to try to gank anybody who decides to come in. And We Love Anime tentatively coming into the lobby. They don't want to show their hand too quickly or potentially lose. The Ubers are equal, and their medic has just gotten to choke. They're hanging back a lot, though, as Mangachu does go down. This is going to open up the door for Lost in Translation to get something going. With the way that We Love Anime is holding, I'm confused. I don't know why they're holding so far back, but they are, and this completely opens up the door for Lost in Translation to push.
Yeah, you feel like they should be playing those choke points, especially since they have Uber. And speaking of Uber, they just popped off a few seconds earlier than Alpha. He's milked it, and no one's been able to make it out of this arena of death. A lot of players dying there from We Love Anime, but it's even more still in deep behind in the lobby. It is FS and Wireless Fox trying to hold on here, but Dear Life whips out the Uber, saw 2 hits onto Mela. That's going to give him an additional 50% charge, and storms into the Uber race lead. Oh, gets the... his pocket goes down, but he gets one more saw before he drops. That's not a real drop. Come on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that counts when you just get that Uber saw off to get your Uber, and then you can't switch in time to pop it. We do see a nice bomb from Mangachu, gets the demo man. Alpha's going to get a swing on him, put himself down to low health, but able to get a little bit of maneuver. He's at 80% now, so a nice swing from him. Probably his only move there, but he's had the state of mind to do it. Now they have a huge Uber advantage. They just need to get their bodies up to choke point, get ready to use it.
I love the direction this game is taking. A lot of crazy situations have been unfolding. It's no longer just stalemates. People are going for it, man. They are getting involved. There's SS on middle, forcing the Uber pretty much single-handedly. I think a bit of paranoia there from Alpha. He might be able to hold on, but he has sent Smacka in deep against 4 or 5 buff players here, and he's somehow managed to get out. This kid has got legs. He's single-handedly holding choke off here as well. There's Sezgo actually coming in to steal one of his frags, and I think that really WELOVEANIME wanted to push through off that. They thought they'd done some damage, but a strong showing from Smacka there, just able to control area with that splash damage and really earn his team some territory.
Yep, the advantage is now 20% in favor of WELOVEANIME, and that is right around the point where you can use your Uber to any sort of an advantage. Below 20, sub 20, you really have to be cheeky to get a good Uber. But just over, actually, we're gonna have the pop. The blue pop does come in. I don't know why. It was probably forced by a soldier. SS goes down to Smacka, so he's down. Mela goes down on the opposing on Western Translation side, but they are crumbling over on WELOVEANIME. Sesco with a double kill onto Wireless and to Strat, and he is still going. Fracture's gonna take down Pascal, and I got my eye on Pascal as he is still throwing out stickies. Pascal Fracture, who's throwing out stickies, being forced by this blue demo man, as they try to come in and cap West here.
Jab was doing big work on the back cap there, really splitting up the efforts of Lost in Translation to push, forcing a few players back there. Smack was able to deny him, but bought vital seconds for his team. WELOVEANIME barely going to hold on there. Fracture with a pipe to shut Sezgo down. But Uber advantage in favour of Alpha right now, as Wireless Fox only just respawns.
There's an insane pipe from Fracture onto Sezgo. He was getting shot in the back, and he did a 180, and as he did the 180, he was already clicking, and it just landed on Sezgo. I didn't even see the scout model, but he was dead. So the LAN ping being enjoyed by Fracture. A very nice pipe there. Yeah, like you said, Uber advantages are back into Lost in Translation's favor by about 30%. WELOVEANIME are going to be on their heels with their defense. They have an Engineer and Stradivarius on Spy. Is that correct? Yeah, it looks like he's going to take the Spy for a walk here, so I'm going to put it on Stradivarius and get my Spy cam going. He is running, yeah, he's running the normal Spy Watch, which means he collects ammo and he gets Cloak, and this is good. Where he's going? He's going to backcap. Look at this meta game. Deciding he's going to backcap. Can he get it? Look at the time on the point. Nipple hairs away, and he actually is going to get the point and Cloak up. So a brilliant play. I'm going to buy his team some time here.
Yeah, did not see that one coming. I was like, is he going to get spotted here? Picked up the ammo, opening the door, but went straight for the backcap. Now ×5 on the point. We'll get that back, but that's a lot of damage missing here on last Fracture. And Mangachu managing to hold on. Medic spawns. There's a lot of players coming in. They need bodies on the point right now. They might lose their medic for it. Wireless Fox is doing some jukes here into the shade dark area there, but somehow survives. Even got a saw for his troubles, I believe. I heard that connect.
Point, go for the what? Medic Alpha with the submarine play comes up. Uber saw ready to go and puts the cap to nearly capped. Everyone on the red team had to do it.
But Dunsky's there. Dunsky's there, nobody, only one player on last. Actually, a spawn's coming in. It's 2. There's also a sword underneath. Mela's coming from below submarine play. Oh, he gets the cap. Everybody's looking the wrong way. The old misdirection play there from Badonsky and Mela. He's going to convert that one, and that'll be half time, Blunter.
I mean, I'm shocked by the amount of cheeky plays happening right now in this match. They're everywhere right now, and like you said, we do get to the half. Lost in Translation are leading 3 rounds to WELOVEANIME's 1. My prediction still intact, though, hanging on by a thread. Yours also is in line to happen, so we're going to the end here to see who's going to be right. But certainly, Lost in Translation right now feeling pretty good about themselves, up 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, WELOVEANIME seemed to sort of lose the spring in their step whenever they had that little issue, the pause with Mangachu. But I think they can recompose themselves now at halftime. This is sort of what I was predicting all along when I said 5-3. You know, it's just another phase in my master plan.
Yeah, of course, whoever does lose, well, not this particular map, but this matchup, this best of 3, they go home. So neither team wants to fall behind in this best of 3. They want to start off right. They want to make sure they get that first win underneath them, so they have some breathing room. Neither team, obviously, neither team wants to go home, and they are showing it here. They are battling it out. Lost in Translation are getting the better of it, but We Love Anime certainly are putting in a nice showing, a better showing than I thought we would have, as the teams are readying up and getting ready to go. And I'll let you take away.
It would be funny if they actually made them leave Dallas, you know, as soon as they were placed fourth. It was like marched out the door onto this middle. Badonsky rolls out big door, and he's fast pre-fire onto Fracture. He's got him penned into the corner there, and it looks like they want to do a right-hand side push, but I think Fracture has the read on that. He's putting down a lot of stickies, but he gets flanked right there by Mila and pincered in between Badonsky's stickies, and there's a direct hit in play as well. Smacka bringing out the big guns right here. He's got one frag already, doing some more damage, but it's the scout who steals the frags there. Sesko picking up Jav and Mangachu. Wow, crazy middle. Yeah, insane.
The Doctor direct hit is in the house. Snaka rolling it out. I know that makes you happy. I can hear the smile through your voice. You wanted to see it. Now you get a chance to see it. He puts a nice direct onto his scout. Sees him again and gets him with a nice direct hit. So the direct hit coming in big here. Soldier in the air. He has the chance to get him. Lands a nice rocket on. Gets another onto Mangachu. So the direct hit, don't worry. It is legal. Does a lot of damage. Propelling Lost in Translation to another quick round there. 4-1 in their favor.
Oh, egg on my face. My prediction is just scattered to the 4 wins here. I am nothing but a shameful TF2 caster, a horrible impersonator. Right now though, Fracture has given up. Going choke, he's going to roll out to Big Door and try and emulate his opposite number. Straight up the right hand side again here from Lost in Translation. This one straight from the playbook. Badonsky eats a pipe though. He's going to need a little more heals, and that's going to affect the rest of his team in these engagements. Jabs for Mela and Decimate onto SS, but it's a big bombing from Mangachu sort of against the flow of play that gives Lost in Translation the man advantage here. He just went in deep into like a group of 4 or 5 players. Probably should have waited for the rest of his team. Now it's up to Fracture to try and go huge here and find some more frags, but he's going to get cleaned up. And another impressive middle there from Lost in Translation.
Yeah, Lost in Translation going strong. I think Smacka hit a total of 2 direct hits during that entire middle, and he probably fired off about 20 of them, but that's okay. I didn't switch off of him. I'm staying true to him. I've got my eye on him right now. I want to see what he can do with this direct hit and this Uber. Of course, the other team, We Love Anime, they don't have Uber, and they're on their last legs, and this direct hit, look at the vaccinator come out. Big plays right now from Wireless Fox, throwing down the vaccinator, saving his heavy. Smacka's going to clean up 2, takes down Strat and SS. Here come the frags from the Scout. Sesko takes down 2. Direct hit can possibly win it. Doesn't need to happen, as we have Sesko and company get on the point, and the first map goes to Lost in Translation.
I'm heartbroken to see the vaccinator fail there, but it had triumphed on Snake, or just too many damage types coming in, I think. But yeah, an impressive win there. Who would have thought it? Oh, you would have. Well played, well played. I take my hat off to you, sir. You're the master predictor.
Thank you, and I think on that note, I'm actually going to phone a friend and have him come in to take over my cast with you. Of course, I'm speaking to Seabear. Seabear, if you can hear me, calling all Seabears. I think it's time, buddy, that you shook off the rust, got yourself back in the casting hot seat, and got yourself ready to go here. So as soon as he comes in, I will bow out. But it was a pleasure casting with you, my friend. I think we did good.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It's gonna be sort of awkward with Seabear, you know, considering what we've experienced together. There'll be like a little bit of getting to know you. I think this is actually the first time I've ever got a chance to cast with Seabear as well. This is like TF2 history.
I hate to burst your bubble. I spoke too soon, as you were getting the boot, my friend, too, as Ruin is here, and he, like we talked about, is just the VP. And they have the hook out, and they are pulling you off the stage. Yeah.
Just as I was building it up there, man, this is like a lifetime dream of mine, but no, it's not meant to be.
What do you have to say to yourself, Seabear, you big meanie?
Well, I was listening to the stream. Hello, everybody. It's good to be back. I was listening, so I'm like 20 seconds behind. So you were like, you know, come on in, and you're gonna come cast now, and da 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 da. And then I came in, and Myra was talking about his life and his dreams, and I don't know exactly what's going on. So,
oh, it's good that you didn't hear, man. It's less embarrassing that way.
Well, I heard you guys running me down earlier. I'm not too happy about it, but that's all right. Justin's like 5'2", and you look like a potato. And then okay, shots fired, got him. Okay, so we're going to go into the third map. My question is, who's going to cast this? Myra, are you sticking around after that awesome first map on Gili Rausch? You got to stay, man.
Well, I heard that Ruin is stepping in, you know, and I'm cool with that. It's fine.
Are you sure? I mean, that's stepping on casting toes. I mean, I think we're okay doing that. But it's up to you, man.
I'm passing the torch here. You know, it's casting combos. We can't have this mishmash of things. It's me and it's you know, Blood Marble versus Sea Bear and Ruin. We'll let the audience decide.
We'll do an ulti duo after this. Don't worry about it. And I think Ruin might be the soldier. All right, so do you guys want to do a little sign off since you guys have been casting all day? I don't want to just come in and take it from you.
I will say that I had a great time with you, Admirable, as always. Great casting partner. I am glad that we had so many people tune into the stream today. It was fun casting these matches, doing the yeoman's work for Sea Bear, pulling the heavy lifting with the delays and the waiting, but we got it done. We did well, and it was a great experience, and thanks all for watching.
Wait, Admiral, do you want to say anything, or just leave it at that?
I'm welling up here. I'm getting a bit emotional, you know, man. It has been a real roller coaster here today with Bloodsire, but we always knew we were just keeping your seat warm, Sea Bear. The fans demand it. They've been waiting for the return, and I will be tuning in and hyping you up in the stream chat. Don't worry. Take it away. That's
what I was doing. I gotta say, by the way, guys, as we take over, and I'm gonna introduce the man, the myth, the legend in a second here. I just gotta say though, admirable Bloodsire, awesome casting. That was really good. That first game was a lot of fun. So yeah, you guys may know my co-caster here. You may have heard of him. I hear he streams this game from time to time. Used to be pretty good. Might still be pretty good at this game. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in months. Ruin, what's up?
Hello.
Hello, buddy. How's it going?
It's going, my friend, and I'm ready to cast some TF2 action. I haven't been in the game for so long, and I'm ready. You're back. It's a momentous occasion.
It is, and I think we should just kind of glaze over the absence part and just get right into this game, because this best of 3 is pretty awesome, I gotta say. I was joking around in stream chat that I don't really know a lot of these players. I mean, I know of them, and I've played with them from time to time, but not really, like, we'll be casting Mix-Up versus IT next, which is like a game which I'm very familiar with all of the players. But this is different. A lot of names I wouldn't have expected to make LAN, and I gotta say, that game was a little... I don't want to say sloppy, but it was definitely exciting and different, which is never bad.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of get a change in the pacing and what we see, the types of plays, as we were hearing from Admirable and Bloodsire quite a few times. Some cheeky plays. I'm not going to carry on that tradition. I'm not going to use that word. That's not.
I say we ban that word.
We're banning it.
Bloodsire met the quota of saying cheeky for the next a year and a half on the ESEA Orange / TFTV streams and any other stream. Yeah, I think we're good. People that don't watch this game a lot are going to come and be like, man, TF2 casters really like to say cheeky. And we don't. It's just him. He's really small.
Just these guys. It's really nice to actually see a bunch of new people, making it to LAN. They will only continue to get better. And a lot of these names are new. Not Smacka, not, I guess, Alpha. They've been to LAN several times, but Decimate, Mela, Badonsky, Sesko, they've never been to LAN. And the entire team, WELOVEANIME, they came from intermediate, you know, and they're at LAN now. So that's an achievement in itself, and that's really good. It's really good to see. So hopefully next season, as they become more acclimated to the invite level and that style of play, we'll see a much closer, tight-knit group of top 4 teams.
Yeah, and I don't want to cut the last cast off. They do have Truck, the glorious Truck, streamer of all streamers, king and holding court, has stats up from the last game, and I'm taking a look at it. I did watch that just in the chat, and it looks like... I don't know, I guess that's sort of the expected result, right? WELOVEANIME, I think they went out to the 1-0 lead and then ended up giving up 5 in a row. Are you looking at these stats, everything that jumps out to you? It looks actually more even than a 5-1 usually would, I think. As far as the damage, I guess frags, pretty even. Everyone between 23 and 27 in Lost in Translation is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the frags are definitely in Lost in Translation's favor. It's pretty straightforward. Damage a little bit higher for them as well. Of course, they won. I think the issue just comes down to experience. There are some experienced shot callers on Lost in Translation, and what does that translate into? A 5-1. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I know what you're saying, buddy.